Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Micah and today's video is going to be a declutter video. I filmed an entire declutter series of 10 different parts and today we are doing one of those parts. I will be using this intro for every single one of these videos, so if you're thinking, hey, I think I've seen this video before, then stay tuned because it might very well be one of the declutters that I filmed. I just thought it would be easy to have one intro for every single one of these videos because the lowdown on these kind of videos and the disclaimer I have for this is pretty much the same for every single one of these. I went through my entire makeup collection. As I said, there are going to be 10 different parts, and I just went through everything because it really needed a good clear out. As I'm talking, I will make sure to put in some before pictures because it was a right old mess. There were products everywhere on top of things, and the drawers where I keep my makeup, which you can see behind me, were just like stuck to the brim. They were very heavy and I just knew it was time to declutter. Now, I don't get sent a whole lot of PR. Most of the makeup I own is stuff I pay with my own money. And that's why when it comes to declutters, I'm not too savage. I know I need to get rid of stuff because some things are just old or broken or it didn't work for me or whatever the case might be why I'm getting rid of something. I did spend my own money on it, so it's not something that I feel like I'm not aiming to get rid of like 50% of all of my makeup or 70% or almost everything. I like having a good variety of drugstore and high-end stuff, and it's just that I try a lot of makeup for my blog and for my YouTube channel, and sometimes it just gets to that point where you're like, am I still using this? No, I'm not. And when you get to that point, it's just time to get rid of stuff. I will not be selling any of the makeup that I'm getting rid of because 9 out of 10 times I've had it for quite some time and I would not feel good selling it to anyone or passing it on to anyone I don't know personally. So by the time I'm filming this intro, I have already passed on some of the stuff that you will be seeing decluttered in these videos. So even if you leave a comment saying, hey, can I have that? It may very well be that I no longer even have that product because I have already passed on a couple of bits to friends and family. Welcome to my highlighter declutter. I've already laid a couple of them out. I still have more to go. So we're going to do a round 2 in which I will feature the rest as well as my creams, but this is what we are playing with right now. Looking at this pile, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get rid of here, because I definitely quite like all of these. So yeah, there are definitely not going to be a whole lot that need to go, but I definitely need to declutter some highlighters. I have a couple of favorites. Let's just start with these ones right here. Becca Skin Perfectors are some of my favorites. These are very well loved. Prismatic Amethyst, this is Pearl. I hope the mirrors aren't blinding you. And this is Vanilla Quartz. I definitely have Rose Quartz on my wish list as well, because that's more of a pink tone. So I have all the palest of the pale highlighters in the Becca line, a yellow, a white, a purple, and I'm going to add a pink. These are not going anywhere. Another one that I would very much like to keep is this Hourglass Afterglow highlighter by Urban Decay. I see the Hourglass one right here, but I was reaching for the other one. This is in the shade Aura. I've used this a ton. It's very similar actually to Becca's Prismatic Amethyst, but I think this is actually a little bit more pink toned, a little less purple, but it's still a very pretty duochrome. Keeping that. Ofra Rodeo Drive. Need to keep this. I found that at first this was quite subtle, but it has a bit of a layer, it feels, and then it goes on very blinding. And for a gold highlight, I'm not a very big fan of gold highlighters, but this is very pretty on me. Shall we move on to something we can get rid of? This Wet n Wild one, sadly, needs to go because it's too dark. This is in Precious Petals. I bought this when there were only 2 shades in this line. They now do paler shades, which I'm very happy with. So I definitely want to try and get my hands on a paler one once I get the opportunity to buy Wet n Wild again, which probably won't be until I go to the US sometime. But yeah, the Precious Petals needs to go because it's too dark, which is why I'm not using it, but it is a very stunning product. I have to say that Wet n Wild highlighter, oh boy, very, very nice, but not for me shade-wise. This strobing highlighter by Essence, it just didn't do anything, so that needs to go. I can be very short and sweet about that.
This NARS one, oh my lord. This is in Fort-de-France. This is the, what's this called? It doesn't have a name. Just Fort-de-France. They did this entire new line of highlighters, and oh my, you can see. I've only had this for 6 weeks or so, and this is like just shine on the skin. It's not, it doesn't look like you're wearing highlighter at all, and the more you buff it, the more shiny it gets. It's so stunning. And a very similar effect is what this Pixie by Petra gives you. This is the Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise, especially this light shade. Oh no, very nice. And it comes with a peachy shade. Nabla, let's talk about this. This is a Nabla highlighter in the shade Angel. And this, in the pan it looks white, but if you swatch this, I'm not sure if the light will pick it up. It's not white at all. It looks very stunning. It's one of the very first duochrome highlighters I bought, and it's a stunning one, so I want to keep that. These Dior ones, I'm going to move 2 of them to my makeup mementos part of my stash, and I'm going to keep only 1 in my everyday stash, because having 3 is already ridiculous. But the first one I bought, I believe it's this one. This is the Transat edition one. This was limited edition. It's very dark, very gold. It's very pretty, but it's too dark for my pale skin. But I do want to keep it because it was limited edition Dior, and it's got a nice pattern. And the same goes for this Glowing Gardens edition one. Such a stunning shade, very, very pretty. But the pattern, I just don't want to ruin it any further, so that's why I find myself not reaching for it. But it's such a stunning product to have, just to have. The one that I'm using is this one. This is the Nude Airs Luminizer in 001. I believe this is not limited edition. This is one you can get all the time, or maybe I got it when it was still limited edition and then it became permanent. I'm not sure anymore. But that U is completely worn down. That's where I dig in my brush the most. I wore this a lot over the summer. It is a little bit dark for me in the winter time, but this is a very nice summertime highlighter. Going to get rid of this Catrice one. This 3D Glow highlighter in the shade Pinch of Rose. Very pretty, but too dark for my skin. Keeping the white equivalent in Icy Glaze, this is a very nice one. If you're looking for a affordable alternative to Becca's Pearl, I find there are not that many like true white highlighters on the market. This does, and this is a very good dupe. Shall we just stick with Catrice? These highlighting powders right here, like if I move this up a bit, and we can put these here, I think, yes. Of these, this has to be my favorite. This was limited edition years ago. I can't believe I still have this, but this somehow just like survived multiple declutters. It's from the Enter Wonderland collection, and it's in the shade Fairy Dust. It has that peachy tone that I'm looking for a lot right now, so it's a nice one, so that's gonna go. These two I'm very undecided about because Catrice discontinued these in favor of this new formula. This is more of a gel texture, so it's much more intense. I just don't really wear these enough, you know? So either, maybe I just keep one. Shall I just keep one? Stardust is a bit brighter, but I have to say that when I swatch them, these look the same. I'll keep Stardust, and I'll get rid of Mary Cherry Blossom. So this Dandelion Twinkle, for a subtle highlight, I really like this, so I'll keep that. I can get rid of my OG Mary Luminizer. This was, at first, the only highlighter I had, which is why it has a big dent in the middle. I love this. Still. This LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing Powder in the shade 110 Watt is like a very pale gold. I don't see many brands do anything like that. Love that. The same goes for this Annabelle Perfect Glow Highlighter in the shade Topaz. This came to me in a swap with a Canadian blogger called Stashy, and I really, really like this. This already has a bit of a dent in it because I used it so much. Too Faced. This is the Love Light Highlighter in Ray of Light. There were very many people who hated this. They came in 3 shades. I decided for a change to not go for the lightest one, and I'm very happy with it. Again, I'm looking for a peachy toned highlight. I already own it. See, this is why you need to do declutter, so that you can actually find things you already have in your collection. So yeah, I'm keeping that. No, No question about it. NYX Duochromatic Highlighter in Lavender Steel. I like this. It's a dupe for Prismatic Amethyst. I was looking for like cheaper alternatives so I could recommend them on my blog. But this has a bit of a, like it has a nice flash, but I feel it has too much color in the swatch. So when you apply it, the base of it is a bit dark. So you kind of see it sitting on your skin too much. So that's why it's not my favorite. Another subtle highlighter I love is this one by Hourglass. This is the Iridescent Strobe Light Highlighter. And then we have this Milani one. Is this the correct one? Because I only want to keep one of them. I have two. This is the Afterglow one, the Strobe Light in Afterglow. This is my favorite. This is the palest one they do, and I love it. MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finishes. Both of them are. This is Show Gold, which I just wanted to try. I'm still not sure whether it's too dark for me. And this is in Fairly Precious. Fairly Precious is like a peach tone blush with shimmer. So I'm going to back to MAC Fairly Precious, and I'm going to keep Show Gold. Makeup Revolution, the Skin Kiss in Prismatic Kiss. Again, I bought this because it was a dupe for Becca's Prismatic Amethyst, but I think I'm going to get rid of it. It's very big, it's very bulky, and I just haven't used it all that much because I wasn't wowed by it. So these are the rest of my highlighters, and I know I'm going to get rid of a few more here. The to-go pile is, I think, mostly in here, because there are definitely a couple here that I'm like, really? Why did Ava buy this? Case in point, this. This is the Step Into Magic Winter Wonderland highlighter in Sprinkle Fairy Dust Wherever You Go by Essence. It's a straight up silver, and it has a very like steely undertone to it, very much like the NYX one. It has a colored base to it, which translates to your skin, and then you just walk around like looking like the Tin Man. It's bad. That's why I never reviewed it on my blog when it was out, because it was limited edition. This Milani one, this is the other Afterglow highlighter that I mentioned. This is in the shade Sunglow, and this is too dark for me, so I need to get rid of that. Rainbow highlighters, the Blossom Dreams Rainbow Highlighter by Essence. They had a moment, I'm over them, this needs to go. In a similar vein then, the Unicorn Hearts one by Makeup Revolution. I do really like this, but it's just too gimmicky. It's a little too icy. Depending on where your brush hits, it just looks green or blue on your skin. Not my favorite. I'm contemplating actually hanging on to this to put into my Makeup Memories little box, because I do think that this sort of like gaudy packaging and like the stripes, it just really like, I have memories attached to it, but maybe I just shouldn't. So I'll just get rid of it. If we're talking Makeup Revolution, let's just talk about this. This is fairly recent. This is the Radiance Triple Baked Highlighter. And this is really nice. See, I don't need any peachy highlighters. This is another one that pulls peachy. Let's just get back to the declutter then. NARS, this is Albatross in their old packaging. I love this. Very nice. It looks white in the pan, but it pulls gold. This is the Baked Highlighter Duo in French Vanilla and Portofino by Laura Geller. This was a product that I bought and had sitting in my stash for more than a year before I started using it. Oh my. French Vanilla is one of the best under eye setting powders ever. I definitely want to buy that as a single. And Portofino, it looks really dark in the pan, but oh my, that is a pretty gold highlighter. That's a very, very nice one. More Ofra. I just got these two. This is Blissful, and I also have Pillow Talk here. They now do these little minis. How cute is this? I really don't ever going to use up an Ofra highlighter, so I was happy to find a mini. Getting rid of this giant Essence one. This is actually a really nice highlighter. It's from their Cubanita summer collection from, I think, 2 years ago. It's like a subtle gold highlight, which is why I liked it, but it's just too big for my stash. Makeup Revolution Radiant Light in Exhale. This is a dupe for an Hourglass powder, I believe. I didn't like it one bit. This is the Catrice Limited Edition Sol d'Eté Duo Highlighter. I think they tried to do something like the blushes by Charlotte Tilbury, I'm pretty sure. I like the bronzer and like the bronzers from this collection, but this, it's too dark. I don't like this, so it needs to go. And also this Maybelline Master Holographic Highlighter. I thought, let's go for the holographic one because I usually like those, but this cannot be built up. It's not shiny enough on my skin. I did not like this, so I definitely need to just buy the rose gold one, I think, because that's the one that everybody's raving about. These powder highlighters, yay, love them. This Kat Von D product here is actually an eyeshadow. This is in the shade Thunderstruck, but it's so pretty on the skin as a highlighter. Kiko, this is a shade fusion highlighter in 01. It's like the light gold shade, love it. Keep, very subtle. ColourPop Hippo, this is another dupe for Prismatic Amethyst by Becca, and this is actually the only affordable one that I bought that I actually really like. So I already own this, by the way. I bought this before Becca Prismatic Amethyst was in my life. Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter in the shade Pearl? Pearl, yes, this is Pearl. This is really nice, but you do have to make sure you close the packaging well, because else this dries out very quickly, I've heard. So let's just do that. But yeah, this is a cream to powder formula, very similar to the ColourPop one. And then we have these two, again by Annabelle, which is Canadian drugstore. These are the Holo highlighters. This one is a Nova, which is like a blue tone, bluish purple. And this is Pegasus, and this is like a duochrome, peachy pink. Very stunning. Love these. We're left with creams and liquids. And this is again a part where I'm going to declutter some. The sticks, I know I will be keeping these two. And the rest of them just need to go, because the rest I just don't really like that much. A mini Benefit What's Up, and this Holo Wow Sparkle Stick by Essence in the shade Sparkles in Your Life. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but it has a very nice like peachy pinky sheen to it, so I like that. Everything else here can go. These are all like champagnes or golds or blue toned or too dark or not showing up well or difficult to apply. No. Liquids then. I'm going to keep the Catrice Galactic Highlighter Drops. These, again, have like a pinky duochrome shift to them, and I like those, so I'll keep that. This is the Essence Make Me Glow, and it just didn't really work for me. The shade was a bit dark, so I'm going to get rid of that. Of these two mini Benefits ones, I'm going to keep High Beam, but I'm going to get rid of Sunbeam because it's much too dark for me. And this is by Dermacol, which is for sale in the... Where did I get this? Czech Republic, Prague. That's where I got this. It's very pretty. I mix this into foundation a bit, but it's been years since I used it, so I need to get rid of that. And I'd like to keep these two liquid highlighters, the Master Strobing Liquid by Maybelline and the True Match Highlight by L'Oreal. This is a bit more pink toned. This is a bit more icy. Love both of them. I'm not sure if you can see that, but these are all of the highlighters I'm getting rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm getting rid of 23 highlighters. Yay! So that's a good one. I think I'm very happy with that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up if you did. And subscribe to my channel. I make new videos twice a week on Thursday and Sunday. There are more declutters coming your way. We still have one category left. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!